So you've decided to explore the possibility of setting up a heat pump project. What are your next steps? First of all, you should draw up a heat demand profile of the building or buildings that you intend to install the heat pump in. In other words, how much heat does the building use and when is it required? What hours of day and in which months of the year? The data that you collect will be critical. Without it, the heat pump contractor that you'll eventually engage to build the system won't be able to design a heat pump that is fit for purpose. Your energy bills should be able to tell you how much heat you use, but you may have to rely on your own knowledge of the building and how it is used to work out at what times of the day and for how long the building is heated. Ideally, your heat demand profile will cover a full year, taking seasonal fluctuations into account. You should also consider the impact of any proposed changes to the building, for example, extensions that might be planned or significant changes to patterns of use. And all this is assuming that the building is or will be well insulated. As explained in the introduction video, you shouldn't even consider a heat pump in a poorly insulated building. It's important that your heat demand profile is as accurate as possible, because it's this that decides the size of the system that is eventually installed. If you end up with an oversized heat pump, one that provides more heat than the building requires, it will simply cost you more for no additional benefit. An undersized heat pump won't heat the building adequately in the colder times of year and will have to rely on a backup system such as gas or electric heating. In some cases, it might actually be more economical to undersize a heat pump system and rely on some sort of backup, but you need to be sure that this is done by design and not by accident. Heat pumps use electricity, and there are various options for buying this. You should discuss this with the heat pump contractor at an early stage. If your aim is to be as near to zero carbon as possible, you may wish to install solar panels or a small wind turbine to compensate for the electricity that the heat pump consumes. But remember that you can't solely rely on these to generate the electricity for your heat pump, because the sun may not be shining or the wind blowing when you want the heat pump to work. You'll still end up using mains electricity. So, you may want to consider green electricity supplied through an appropriate tariff, as certified under the Green Energy Certification Scheme. A further option is switching to an off-peak tariff, such as Economy 7. This will save you money if the pattern of use is suitable, for example, if the heat pump is mostly on in the evenings. You should be aware that the government is considering introducing a financial incentive for renewable heat installations that will make technologies like heat pumps more financially attractive. Visit the Department of Energy and Climate Change's website for further information. When it comes to engaging a contractor, as with any other major building project, you should get at least 3 quotes. You should check out references, and you may want to refer to the website of the Heat Pump Association. In particular, make sure that if your system involves drilling a borehole instead of digging a trench, that the risk of unforeseen technical difficulties lies with the contractor and not your group. Ensure that this is clearly stipulated in the contract. Ground source and water source heat pumps raise few planning issues, as so much of the system is hidden from view, buried in the earth or submerged in water. In most cases, they are permitted development. They're so inconspicuous, in fact, that you may want to raise awareness of the technology in your community building through use of display boards or posters. Air source heat pumps are more conspicuous, but are likely to be increasingly accepted by planning departments in due course. However, you will still need to consult your council for listed building consent where relevant, and ensure that all heat pumps comply with building regulations. There are noise issues with air source heat pumps which will affect where they can be located so as not to disturb neighbours. You should talk to your system designer and your neighbours about this at the earliest opportunity. Thanks for watching.